2016, the European Championships. That's probably Samara's biggest ever title. That's when you see her flowing between both backhand and forehand, and it's a joy to watch.
That's definitely what she needs to do more, playing into Feng's right hip. Trying to quicken the play into that area. Not playing too soft, as Feng has time to step around then.
You can see already in this evening's match, Samara much more motivated, a lot more vocal.
You know, she can be quite fiery. Pleasure of watching her in the last 16 of the World Championships this year. Had really some impressive stuff. Just needs to carry that through to the T2.
5-4.
Really surprised, just not expecting the ball back, which was really surprising. She played out wide to the Feng forehand, one of her strongest areas.
Let's 5-4.
It's a better link up between serve and first ball.
Look at that, look at what it means to her. Pumping herself up, fist pump, little bit of a choke. This is more like the Samara we know.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in match 4 out of 6 matches that are going to be played in this evening's tussle. Team Mays against Team Rossi, 2 legends of the game. Michael Mays, the Danish sensation, against Jörg Roskopf, a former world #1 from Germany. Action-packed stuff here in southern Malaysia in the Pinewood Studios. And we're nicely poised here. It's 7-all in the first set between Feng and Elizabeta Samara.
Look at that. A little dribbly little point and a big choke. That's what it means to go 8-7 up, taking the lead for the first time in this set.
And do you not often find that when you're playing someone that on paper is better than you have to pick up the scrappy points?
Absolutely, but I also feel if you're playing someone slightly better, they make you play a little bit better as well. You pick up your performance, you know they're better. You know you have to come out with some good shots.
8-9.
A little bit of a loose ball there from Feng, just clipping the edge.
An important service to come now for the Singaporean.
9-all.
Samara just jumping in there, but Feng adding a little bit more to that serve than Samara thought. Jumping the wrist last second. Roskopf caught that as well, saying watch the service. If she gets the service, a 10-all.
Good linking again between serve and first ball.
This is lovely to see. Off-drop on his feet for a Romanian player.
And there it is. Wow. So much better from the Romanian. Pumped up this time.
Yeah, no spin, no spin.
I can bet my house on it. That's because of the York practice this morning. Had them all down early in the gym, on the table. Extra multi-ball, extra footwork movements. Definitely paid off for Samara.
Okay.
Maybe York needs to be in her corner full time.
So wait
Yeah, none of this rolling down to breakfast at 10 o'clock. you know, with your dressing gown on. None of that here. You don't get any of that with Team Rossi. You're out of your bed early and you're down to the gym. So here we go. Second game.
Look at that first point of the opening second set. What a response from Samara. I know she's felt a little bit of pressure over the past couple of days, feeling like she hasn't fully given to the team yet. It'd be great if she could level up this match. Currently, they're 7-6 down, Team Rossi.
1-2.
That's a nice serve there. Sometimes that one's difficult to pick up. Easy to see if someone's serving with topspin or backspin, but that in-between serve, very tough for the eyes to pick that one.
A little bit deceptive on the serve there. Samara just not reading it, popping it up, allowing Feng to win with a crash flick. Oh, that's what we all want to see from Samara. Opening up backhand, spinning it deep. Doesn't matter how high she plays over the net, the other player can't hit the ball until it bounces on the table.
Just ask Timo Ball about that.
Michael trying to urge his player closer. These two really are vocal, the two coaches.
Just remember here that this is our second week here in the T2 Cavern. We're going to have 6 weeks before we head into our grand finals for the real elite players, the best 4 individual rankings will be able to play in the grand finals for a huge amount of money, and also the top 2 teams out of 4.
Lovely little switch up from Samara. They're choosing to do a soft block down the line. Sometimes in the women's game, a soft block can be very effective, killing the pace. Well, she didn't kill the pace there at all. That was full action. Arm extending forward, lovely little motion. Choosing to play into the Feng forehand.
Fighting harder to get her forehand in there is the Romanian. Much better. When you get fired up, normally then the adrenaline is heightened and you start to move your feet better. It doesn't matter how fired up you get though, when someone gets a horrible edge like that.
That's 5-6.
Samara seeing that before the referee did. These are how clever these players are, observant.
7-5.
To play at her best, Samara does need to be pumped up. She plays with a lot of aggression, a lot of fight. Of course, she's also on the team for Romania with fellow Bernadette Sox, a fellow T2 teammate. Both of them so fiery, the whole Romanian team really, always a fiery team.
7-6.
Good footwork from Feng Tianwei, managing to manoeuvre right round the ball.
Samara, that serve does really set her up. A little bit of side spin. Feng not really reading it, popping it up half long. A little bit of a set play there. She knows it's going to steer back to her backhand. She'll get in.
Wow, worrying times now for Feng Tianwei. I think she needs to look back at 2010 when she was playing at her best. Reached 2 in the world back then. And that was after Singapore defeated China in the final of the World Championships. That's better though. Nice flick out, no doubt, no indecision.
Samara cleverly changing her service there, not going for her reverse serve, choosing to come underneath the ball, pendulum style, getting a little bit more backspin, a little bit more purchase. Shabayev just on the ear of Michael Mayes saying, we need to do more here, we need to change the tactics. Of course, Shabayev will feel like he's done his work for the team, adding a lovely 3 points against England's Paul Drinkle. So he's trying to urge Feng over the line here, trying to match back to 10-all for sudden death.
Would you believe it? Side and topspin didn't want to flick out. So we're at sudden death point here. Whoever wins this one is going to take a point individually and for the team. Oh, there it is! Elizabeta Samara ripping that forehand into the wide forehand of Feng Tianwei.
Cleverly using that pendulum serve again, knowing Feng will not flick it out at all. She dumped that one in the net before. She played safe, she played a little bit higher, letting Samara come in, attacking. Confirmation there, 2-0 for the Romanian, adding 2 lovely little points for Team Rossi, who are now joint back 7 apiece in the overall match.
View there from the stands. Invite only to get into Pinewood Studios for this week and for every week. You can't just knock on the door here and say, can I come in? None of that. So here we go. It's Feng Tianwei with a different view from the other side of the table, as we see the T-Bar sponsorship in the background.
Oh, well, she'll take that. Now, if I was Feng, I wouldn't be pushing right out onto the angle. Samara is very comfortable there, choosing to spin on the forehand. She can create the angle herself, making it very difficult for Feng.
Nice and proactive there. Time for the Singaporean to focus right in. We've only got just over 10 minutes to go out of this 24, so the time is running out thick and fast. Been getting plenty of change out of that service. The little side and topspin serve, just running her wrist round the right hand side of the ball. That can be a tough one for left-handers.
Let's 3-all.
For all of you out there wondering, every time you see the T2 logo, where did it come from? Well, the original concept was T squared for TT, but of course for branding purposes it didn't really look that well on the t-shirts, so they switched to 2T. It didn't really stand out. T2 was the one chosen. Really works here. You can see it branded on the umpire's desk, lit up brightly in the colours. The team really have done well there, the PR team.
Even us sitting here in our wonderful commentary position, we've got our fancy T2 polo shirts as well, and they've been well worn this week. get back to the action though. 7-all, Mays and Rossi. And 6-3 to Feng Tianwei in this set.
Lovely little play there from Samara. The first receive, just cushioning around the outside of the ball, trying to get Feng a little bit wide, probably trying to open up the rest of the table.
It's really good the way that Samara is able to manipulate that ball, just feed it out into the wide forehand of Feng.
5-6.
Much better when these players can maneuver the ball around, keep their opponent guessing.
Net. 5-6.
That was just a world-class reloop though from the Singaporean player.
Look at that, Michael Mays walking over basically past the umpire's desk to his player. Shabayev on pursuit as well, really pushing Feng over the line here. Well, trying to at least.
5.
So much team spirit in the T2 cavern. This is interesting though. The match sitting at 7-7. Team Mays ran away with it last time, winning 15-9. Still a couple more matches left though. Still a lot to prove.
5-9.
Roskov just a little bit unhappy there, getting into too many open rallies. He's talking to Jordina Pot at the minute, saying she needs to serve more side topspin serves to get in.
6-9.
Too much open rallies. Says he needs to shut down Feng straight away.
Okay, a little bit of momentum in the Romanians' racket.
Coaches here have the opportunity as a second look. There's a huge T2 TV on the upside of the hall. Instant replay, so the coaches can have a second look at what the player has done wrong or done right.
What a wonderful rally there. Both players going at each other, loop to loop. Occasional little hold in there as well. Unlucky there to miss that final shot.
Roskov even giving Feng a little bit of a thumbs up.
Wow, that was the Harimoto flat punch that we've seen in this afternoon's game.
8-10.
Look at what that means to her. First point on the board in the fourth set. A big chole.
And linking again. Serve to first backhand. It's been so much better than it was yesterday.
Looking straight to Roskov there, knowing she could have got that.
Just as well she pulled out of that shot, because we might have lost a finger, we might have lost a nail, and we might have been away to hospital. So with 3 minutes and 40 remaining, it's intriguing this, because if Feng Tianwei was to be ahead, it would finish 2-all, and nobody would be walking away with that fat $1,000 in their bank account.
Not a bad little money for only 24 minutes. One match a day. Chance of $1,000 per day. Not bad at all.
3-all.
Oh, that was a deep choke from the Samara gut.
Still surprised that Feng Tianwei is playing so many of her receives to the stronger Samara wing. You would have thought that Mays would have relayed a little bit of information there, saying no, 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 let's change that over to the other wing.
Oh, a little bit of a wet racket there, a little bit of condensation. You can see Samara mimicking the word wet. Not happy there.
That's much better play there, working against the spin on the serve and then playing another 2 or 3 shots. At this level, never expect 1 or 2 good shots to be enough.
Oh, look at that, Samara choosing to step into the middle of the table, play another backhand. She's so comfortable there. Look at this. I'll play a backhand and I'll play from the middle as well.
Let's 5-4.
Time is rapidly decreasing.
4-6.
Trying to pick up a point here against service will be key to try and stay ahead.
And whoever's ahead will cut short when the buzzer goes off, and that will be a point for their team.
5-6.
Roskopf there just leaning back. Felt that miss. He really does play every point with his player.
Unforced error from the Feng racket, and look at that. Drinkle is out onto the Taraflex.
This team has so much team spirit.
7-5.
Lovely to see. Look at that, 4-hand winners, 25-22 in view for Feng. I suppose the backhand winners will be more for Samara.
What a wonderful shot that was, the way she was able to just caress round the side of the ball. And surely that is that.
She's definitely one of the few women in the world that has able to put that much fade and that much spin in the ball. She's so deceptive. Oh, look, Freddie the Fly's back again.
6-8.
I think Samara will be going for a wee walk.
Winning told her to play though.
And there it is. That is a huge win for Elizabeta Samara. She really must appreciate that. Look at that. Delight from Pota, Drinkle and from Roskopf.
That result means that the match is tied 8-8. Team Rossi in a really good position here, just over halfway with 2 more matches to come. I'm sure you figured out that there's only 2 men left. Germany's Timo Boll, the legend himself, versus up-and-coming Wang Chuqin from China.
Interesting stats there. A lot of the stats relatively close, which was a surprise considering Samara was ahead. Now let's sit back again and appreciate some of the quality highlights. So it was nice to see Samara coming out of the blocks and playing the way that she did in 2015 to win the European Championships. And it was a thoroughly deserved and hard-fought victory for the Romanian, beating Feng Tianwei, the Singaporean, 3-1.